Welcome to the second Nonsensing podcast, take two.
Yeah, I accidentally, exposed him, so...
I didn't care.
We restarted it, and I didn't really want to, put a bleep in there, because that'd be awkward.
So you know how we were talking about our current science teacher? Well, did you know that we were in science class last year? No, I know it's crazy. But we were.
Yeah.
And we were actually in the same one.
Yeah, in the same one. Same period, same teacher, same human.
Her name was Mrs. E.
Yeah, we're not going to, expose everybody. We don't want to get in trouble.
This time we're going to go Mrs. E.
Yeah.
Basically, she wasn't quite as bad as Mr. D.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what's just said his name? Okay, anyways.
No, she just had her moments, though. Literally, she hated and I when we were together, but, separately, she liked us fine as, individuals.
You literally just said my name again. I'll bleep it out that time. Okay, I'll leave it out.
I literally just said his name. Fuck. I have gingerbread in my mouth.
Okay, you
no,
do
but
gingerbread ASMR. You need to crunch it more. You need to be crunchy.
Anyways, no, but she hated us. She would call us out to the max if we talked. It doesn't matter. So it got to the point where, we made a rendition of A Quiet Place every time we walked into the classroom. And she also had a thing where, she would, stumble over her words sometimes. So she has a variety of, I wouldn't say a variety, only a couple. But one of the words she accidentally said, I think she was going to say dirt and butt. And it came out as dut. And so, that's an ongoing joke. And around the time we started, picking on her for no reason, I figured out that we both were, learning Norwegian. Or, because I was learning Norwegian and, you were, doing something with Norwegian. And, we were oh, you do Norwegian? I do Norwegian too, huh?
We're both fluent in Norwegian.
Mm-hmm.
This is not false advertising.
Yeah. No, but, so, I think we were making a Kahoot. And fork in Norwegian is gaffel, and we were okay, we're obviously not going to be the boring idiots who just put their names, so we obviously have to do something spunky and fantastic, you know? So I think made his Kahoot nickname Gaffel, and she
kicked me off.
Yeah, she thought
kicked him off. She thought it meant something. I told her. We told her it was fork in Norwegian. She didn't believe us.
She likes to okay, and still didn't believe us. Still couldn't do that. So I don't know what we ended up doing, but that was really funny.
Big inside joke. This was almost called the Gothel podcast.
Yeah, almost. We had quite a few names for this podcast. It was gonna be the Gothel podcast, but then I was not very catchy. And then it was going to be the sit down and shut up, which I thought was going to be funny. But then we settled on this one because I thought it was just pretty,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should have to talk about science last year. We have more time.
So, anyways, I think we're going to gravitate more into this year again and talk about our history class. The one that we did the Elijah Kahoot thing with. Water ASMR.
Okay, so the thing about this history class is in a lot of history classes, you're learning about the old colonial times when they were going across America on that good old Oregon Trail. But no, ours is modern U.S. history. So we do learn about things like World War II, but mostly post-World War II and stuff.
Yeah, and then we're going to get our last topic is going to be 9/11. That's what we're going to end the year off talking about.
But the thing is, modern U.S. history means you also have to learn about right now politics and stuff.
Yeah, for literally an entire almost semester.
We learned about it for a long time, and it is funny because, that's controversial. You can talk about a president from back in the day, and,
And, whatever. You can have any opinion on him.
But when you talk about Donald Trump in class, and your teacher is subtly supporting him...
Yeah.
It gets interesting.
It's whatever, if she does, but, at the same time, it's funny, seeing her,
We can call her Mrs. K.
Miss K. It's just, it's so funny. But then, the worst part about it all is that we were studying Supreme Court cases, and we had to do a project where we have a Supreme Court case that we, research. I just repeated myself. And, I was I was like, wait, what battery is my laptop even on? Oh, we're good.
It's good.
No, mine was abortion. What was yours about?
Mine was about kids saluting to the flag.
Yeah, so I was like, that'll be interesting, like, because it's, like, such a, like, out there thing, it would be easy for me to, like, just...
Sensitive, you could touch it and it would break. Abortion.
Yeah.
That's not so weird, but
yeah, that's
no,
weird.
she kept calling Mrs.
Oh,
Kenny
yeah,
kept calling it sensitive.
she thought it was, like, a sensitive, like, controversial thing.
That's
and,
what
like,
made me think of, like, you touch it. It's like, ooh.
You don't need to make that type of commentary here. I'm kidding. No. But, the worst part about it is that at the end of all of your projects, because it's like an oral presentation, like you have to tell people about this, and you have to give your opinion on it. So there's like mine, which is abortion, have to give my opinion on that, and then there's other people, I don't know, just like really like controversial topics, and then you have to give your opinion.
You gonna give your actual opinion to abortions on this?
I can't.
Right
No,
here?
I will say it right now. Like, I would never shame a girl who got, like, assaulted or anything, or, like, if the kid is a result of, like, incest, or if the kid is going to be a guaranteed stillborn, or if the mom's going to, like, die carrying it. Like, that's when I think you should get an abortion. But, like, if you're just hoeing around and, like, seeing every guy you know, and... boom, you end up pregnant.
That's your fault.
You obviously thought you were responsible enough to do that, so why can't you be responsible enough to carry a child? And you don't even have to raise it. You can give it up for adoption, but I don't think, because like abortion is like such a, like, mentally, like, it just mentally ruins you, and physically it ruins you, and it's just, there's just so much bad things attached to it. So I could not fathom, like, getting pregnant one day, like, oh, gotta get an abortion. Like, no.
Yeah, I think
like,
there's only, like, very, like, specific circumstances, like,
and, like,
were saying.
and I don't want to be, like, hard about it, but, like, I think that's just how it should be. Like, if it was in your control, and there's nothing wrong with your pregnancy, then you should go to full term. And if it was in your control, but the baby is going to be a stillborn, or you're going to get harmed, then you can abort it. Like, that's just my thing, because I would rather abort something as quick as I can than, like, have to give birth to something that's dead. Like, that'd just be awful. So, like, no, I'm not gonna, like, be here like, well, if you're raped, you asked for it. Like, no. That's those, oh my god, no.
Yeah.
Like, literally no woman holds up a sign that says, hey, please assault me.
Woo.
Like, it doesn't, people think that if a woman, like, wears something that's, like, slightly revealing, they're asking for it. Like,
yeah,
like, in the Mormon church, I know this is in the Mormon church, I don't know if it's, like, any other church, but, like, when you talk to, when you talk to, like, an authoritative figure in the church, they're like, okay, what were you wearing? And it's like, it shouldn't matter what I was wearing. Like,
yeah.
like, instead of, like, this is, like, kind of an extent, but instead of, like, teaching girls to not, like, dress like that, they shouldn't even have to teach a lot of boys to do this, but, like, they shouldn't have to say, hey, don't rape people. But, like...
Wait, what? Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, disappointing.
Yeah. But, like, I just... Oh, like, your shoulders are bad. Or, like, oh, if we see half a... Oh! No, if we see, like, half of your stomach...
You literally just said my name again.
You have to bleep that.
I will bleep it. I restarted.
No, but, like... I don't think women should be blamed for getting raped. Like, imagine, like, you got raped and, like, how, like, distraught you would be, and then they're like...
It's like, how could you?
That's so stupid.
You went out to a bar, with your friends because you have a life? What were you thinking?
Your dress was a little short? Like, okay, like, if I had a kid and they, like, just walked out...
This isn't 1875.
Yeah, literally, though. But, like, if I had a kid and, like, she just, like, walked into my living room with a thong and, like, some bra on and was like, hey, I'm gonna go out with friends, and be like, no, you're not, with that on, like, can you go change? But, like, that's because, I just care about her, because now we have to, like, worry about men thinking that women are too, like, sexy. Like, okay.
Too sexy.
I'm not about to, like, shame my grandma. Because, like, my choices of clothing were, like, ugly anyways back in the day. But, like, I remember, like, one day we were, like, having this conversation. And, she was like, you can't wear that. And, like, my friend at the time lived across the street. And she was like, you can't wear that. I mean, she didn't, like, blatantly say that. She was just like, I think you need to, like, lay off the types of shirts you're wearing. Like, your friend's a boy. Like, he can, like, think things. I'm like, okay. Like, I respect your opinion. And, like, looking back at it, I double respect it. Because, like, I did, like, have ugly choices of clothing. Like, I don't know what was going through my mind. But at the same time, it's like, how do you, like, look at your 8-year-old granddaughter and automatically think, sex? Like, no, that's like so.
Wait. Sex.
Yeah, literally. No, I just, and it's not even just my grandma.
Scary.
Like, she's a very, like, minimal case of it, and, like, if any, like, that was just, like, I was using that as reference, but there's literally, like, parents. There was, like, one time, there was, like, this picture of a baby with, like, a little, like, flower headband, and someone, like, it was captioned, you better cherish it, that flower will be taken away, because, like, you know, and it's like, oh my god, you are looking at this child, and
it's a baby, and that's the first thing you think
and that's
of.
the first thing you think of, like,
Maybe you're the one who should be being on.
I know,
should be on Neighborhood Watch.
Exactly. And there was, like, this one post I saw, and they were like, okay, my uncle, like, this is a long time ago, I was like 9, and I was wearing these shorts, and he went, oh, sometimes I have to look away from Kenzie because of what she's wearing. And then her dad just said, that's because you're a pervert. And, like, that's...
Destroyed.
And, yeah, I don't know. Unless a child is, like, literally putting themselves out there to do that, you shouldn't just, like, think of them as, like, this, like, sex image. Like, that's just, like, awful. And, yeah, it's just weird. Like, that just... Ew, gross. Like, literally. God, what's our next topic? Because
ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get into the main point of this podcast.
Bashing hot climate.
Okay, so wait. Let me give an intro to this. I planned this out. So, most people that you know, when you think of where you would like to live, a lot of people would say, I'd like to live in a place that's warm and sunny year-round. You know, like, for example, 75 to 80 degrees and sunny. It's what most people would kind of think. But there's another group. There's a minority here.
Yeah,
segregated minority. Where people actually kind of like the exact opposite of that. Segregated minority.
I just said your name again.
I'll try to find them all in brief now.
Yeah, you have to, like, listen to this yourself. Anyways.
Anyways, so.
But
opposite group.
You're, like, so, like, passionate. You're yelling.
I am. There's an opposite group, and ironically, coincidentally, me and girl fall into this group. Basically, we're like the opposite of that. Yeah. Basically, here's an example.
I would love to live somewhere where the high is like 70.
Of all time.
Of all time
high. Like,
I would love that.
Like, it's not like I want to, like, don't get me wrong, I don't want to live in, like, a freaking, like, the Arctic
I don't want to, like,
die.
get hypothermia and be like, can I go out? But, like, to be, like, okay, so people are like, okay, like, take HGTV for an example. When do you ever, like, you see it once in a while.
Desert Flippers.
You know, yeah.
It's
like,
a show.
Literally, yeah, I know. I have to watch it all the time because freaking, my entire family just really loves it. Not me, though. I'm the minority here. Anyways, no. All of them are like, okay, we want to live on a beach. And it's like, okay, I would love to go to, like, a beach just for, like, a one-time, like, vacation thing. Mm-hmm. I would love to do that. But I wouldn't want to, like, live on it. And I wouldn't want to, like, live somewhere where the sun is, like, shining on me. Because that means, like, you're sweaty, you're hot, you're dehydrated. Not dehydrated unless you hydrate yourself, but
yeah.
whenever I'm hot, it doesn't matter how dehydrated I am. I just, like, my mind goes straight to, like, swimming pools and, like coldness. And, like,
I hate the heat. I don't like it.
Yeah, and like
it's uncomfortable.
Like, to me, walking into a cool house after being outside in the heat all day is less satisfying than walking into, like, a nice, warm, cozy home after you've been in the cold for a long time.
And, like, I find the heat just, like, really, like, it kind of, like, makes my head feel weird and, like, all that. But when it's, like, cool outside, like, not, like, freezing, but when it's, like 50 degrees, it's so refreshing. Like, the air just, like, it washes over you. It feels like you're being reborn.
Literally, I feel like I'm living a new life every time I walk outside. But, like, again, like, I don't know. There's just clear skies annoy me. I don't know what it is. But, like,
I actually read a thing. Apparently, like, a human's, like, alertness naturally goes down when it's sunny out, when it's a clear day. Cloudy skies increase your alertness and, like, sharpness and stuff of your mind. Like, you would do, for example, better on a test if it was cloudy out and you could see outside. And it's just a natural response because, you know, sunny is generally really safe. Nothing's really going to happen to you when it's sunny. But that's that.
Yeah, I know. There's just, like, so many... And the only thing you can really, like... the only cons about it, I guess, are, like, if it snows, which it probably would if the high was, like, 75 there, but, like,
unless the low was 50.
But, like, it would, I don't know, it would, like, freaking, what am I trying to say, like, I guess the cons are, like, big, like, snowstorms, but even those are kind of fun, you know?
Those are kind of fun if you can be inside.
Yeah, and so, like, I mean, I guess don't put yourself in situations where you're gonna get stuck, like, it's your fault, like,
I really like, precipitation, too. People that don't want it to rain and stuff, I'm like, what? We already live in a certain place.
We live in a society.
We live in a society that segregates against people. No. But, like, we live in a place that doesn't get much rain, like, barely any rain. Which is annoying. But, so basically,
Okay, so basically.
Okay. This is quality content. Okay.
I just, like, I hate it when they're like, oh, the weather's good today. It's like, the weather can be perfect, and it was, like, still snowing. Like,
I like rain, snow.
Like, why is that stuff, like, associated with bad weather? Like,
clouds, fog, anything like that.
Like, even if I loved hot weather, I would still not, like, see snow and be like, oh, the weather's bad.
Hey, ready? We're gonna go for number one. My number one favorite, like, weather situation is, like, no, my favorite, like, day for, like, weather is, like, anywhere from, like, a light drizzle to, like, a pretty heavy rain, but not, like, thunderstorm, and foggy. That's, like, my top weather.
Yeah, I really like that. And for, like, winter, I like, when it just, like, when it's pouring snow. I just love it. I like, oh, and you can't even, like, see, like, 10 feet ahead of you.
Yeah, I like, I don't know, I like limited visibility, and I like clouds, and I like having a lot of trees around. I like being,
I love trees.
I'm the opposite of claustrophobic. I like being enclosed in a...
Yeah, it's just, like, it's, like...
Like, if you're in the middle of a field, and it's sunny, and there's nothing for miles, you can just see for, like, 10 miles in every direction, it feels more uncomfortable than, like, for example, like, in a state like Maine or something, where there's just, like, trees everywhere, and you're on a tiny little road, and it's cloudy and foggy and it's rainy, and you can't see anything. Like, I feel way more comfortable in that.
Yeah, I don't know, like... it's, like, a whole, like, comfortable thing for me, like... It's not that I'm, like, a little emo child.
Yeah.
That's what everyone thinks.
Everyone calls it. I, like, talked to my dad about that, and he literally, he was like, are you, like, goth or something?
Oh, I know.
I mean, he was joking, obviously, but...
But, like, that's what everyone thinks of, like, naturally. When, like, I just, like, even if I loved hot weather, I would not associate snow and rain with bad weather, because, believe it or not, folks, you actually need it, little Mojave Desert, little aliens. Like, good lord.
I don't know. People always are like, oh, like, for example... there's a rainforest in Alaska called Tongass National Forest. It's super green because it rains all the time. And people are always like, oh my god, it looks so beautiful. But and everybody talks about, like, it's really beautiful on the sunny days. But
I know.
I'm like, they want it to be sunny year round, but really green. That doesn't work that way. It rains. The greenest, most lush places on Earth rain constantly.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's how they get so lush.
I know. I just, like, I feel like... If you, like hot weather...
Then you're an idiot. No.
Well, yeah, I mean... But, like, my grandma and I were having this... Like, when I said yeah, like, the sound waves are, like, No, but like I had this conversation with my grandma the other day, and when I was in California, I was like, be honest, like the desert's not pretty. Like it's just like little like cacti and stuff. Like the animals that are there like are pretty cool, but like the actual desert itself is like not good at all. Like I'm just so happy we live in like the
Not desert.
not desert, you know,
like sorry folks. Basically, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I respect deserts. Not that they look pretty, and not that I would want to live there, but they're their own thing, and it can look kind of cool to see. Like, it can look cool to be able for a second to see for, like, so far and just flatness, but I wouldn't want to be there for a long time.
No, I would, like, die. Like, this is, like, kind of off topic and kind of grim, but there was, like, this woman. Her name is, have you heard of Elizabeth Smart? She got kidnapped or something.
I didn't know.
Okay, well, you ought to look into it because it's, like, actually a good story.
You ought to look
into it. You ought to look into it because it's just, like, such a bloody good story, you know? Like,
whoa!
Whoa, profanity!
Yeah, British profanity.
But I don't know, like she was okay, so this is like I think it took place in California, I don't know, it might have been Nevada, but she was abducted, right? And then like they're hiding in this forest, and then like they're like, "Oh, they're going to find us," or like we have to move or something, you know. And so they go to a freaking desert and they like stay there for the longest time. And, like, I'm like, oh my, I can't imagine being kidnapped and in the middle of the desert. That would be awful.
In a little bag sway.
I would just, like, suffocate myself with the sand at that point, like.
And then, there's, oh, wait, what? You can
well, okay, I like the desert for, like, the stories it has, because the deserts are so eerie.
Yeah,
they're,
it's
like, so
that's, like,
eerie.
interesting. You can have some interesting things.
Yeah, and because it's, like, barren and, like.
But forest, too.
But yeah, forest, you know.
Deep in the woods, there can be something. There's more scary stories from deep in the woods than the middle of the desert.
Because, like, the woods, there's, like, trees, and you're just in an enclosed area. With the desert, you're just out in the open. But then I think, like, okay, a lot of people go to forests to, like, put dead bodies there, but imagine, like, the desert, how many dead bodies are in that. Because, like, in California...
I feel like it would almost be easier. Just push them into the sand.
Yeah, literally. But, like, in California, where I went, we're, like, right on the border between Nevada and California, but we're still, like, in California. Where we, like, our little vacation place on that, is right next to the Mojave Desert. And, sometimes I go four-wheeling there with my grandpa, and, like, I just, like, look around, and there's, like, nothing.
Just
nothing.
Sand dunes
just sand and,
stuff.
like, little cacti and, like, weird desert plants.
Yeah.
And it's just, like, it's so ugly. He thinks it's interesting because he likes archaeology and, like, geology and, like, geography and, like, all of the geos
like
and
geography.
the Yeah, I know. Stupid. I'm kidding. No. Oh, speaking of that, okay, off topic, but on our history test the other day, it was like the last question, and there were a whole bunch of like you have to match like.
It was a map of Asia, and you have to match up certain
like
things.
A, B, C, D, and then the A would be like, oh, so and so, like America went here, and like you just. I guessed on literally every single one of them.
You got them right.
I got them all right.
That was some crazy stuff.
I know. I was just like staring at it. I'm like, all right, I'm just going to like do what I vaguely remember, and it worked. So I'm so lucky to be alive right now. See, on my list of like podcast topics, I put bashing hot climates and bashing people who like hot climates. And I think, how do you like roast an area with hot climates? Like, oh, you sand, look at
stupid New Mexico.
No.
I actually went to New Mexico.
Yeah.
And like I went there during Christmas break, and I was in northern New Mexico, Taos. And everybody when I came back asked me like, "Oh, was it nice and warm down there?" I'm like, "One, warm isn't nice too." No, I didn't actually say that part because just whatever. I don't want to bring that up to everybody. Actually. That's like a flat out like are you like assuming my religion? I mean my gender, my religion. No, it's like
Are
the
you
gender
assuming
thing.
My religion.
But like No, for real though, like everybody's asking, is that someone like, no, New Mexico isn't warm. It snows in Albuquerque.
Yeah.
And I was in northern New Mexico at like an elevation of like freaking like over 8,000 feet.
My TV is having a stroke and now there's just static. I feel like we're in an insane asylum just like watching the TV screens. I don't know how to get my TV back on track, but that's a shame. The subtitles are still off.
I can't like think of, in people's point of view, how they like
Static.
heat.
Oh.
Static. No,
I know.
heat.
Because, like, I understand they like being cold to some people is not a very, like, flattering thing.
Being cold can be uncomfortable.
Yeah, but, like, being sweaty is even worse.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, yeah.
sweating.
I heard a very
gross.
good point. There's a YouTuber called Ginger Pale. You may have heard of him. Basically, I heard a very good point. They're from Canada, and they were talking about how the cold is better than the heat. And he said, if it's cold, you can keep putting on layers until you're warm.
Yeah.
If it's hot, you can take off your clothes until you're naked, and then you get sunburned.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. That's what I always thought about. I'm like, no. And you in the cold, I'm not saying to say, like, you can always get warmer, but, like, it's not like you can just, like, blow on yourself when you're hot and, you know. Like, that's, like, so stupid. And, like, in the cold, generally, there's, like, a water source. So, like, say you get freaking, like, stranded or something, like, boom, you're covered. And, like, if you die of hypothermia, sorry, but at least it wasn't from a heat stroke. Like, literally, I would much rather die from hypothermia than the heat. Like,
I would, because I feel, like, nauseous and stuff in the heat.
Yeah,
and
that's
the
gross.
cold,
I always feel nauseous.
at least if I was cold, it would maybe be painful for my skin or whatever, but
Mm-hmm.
my head would be very clear.
Yeah.
Like, I could think.
Yeah.
It would actually be safer. You could think of a way to get out of the situation.
Yeah, exactly. And when you're hot, you're just like,
And also, okay, this is the thing. So, we were talking about how we really like cloudy days, too.
Yeah.
Much more than sunny days. And I always talk about how, like, I want to move to a place that's really cloudy.
Uh-huh.
Like the majority of the days are cloudy.
Yeah.
And my dad is constantly like, but like he lived in Oregon for a while.
Yeah.
And he lived on the west coast of Oregon, so it was
Yeah.
pretty cloudy and rainy and stuff. And he was like, he always talks to me like, oh, but I mean, it gets to you after a while. I'm like, it really wouldn't.
I know, like in the
Like-
summer when it, because in like this summer we had like a lot of days where it was just like straight like cloudy, and I was like, I was
It was
living.
cool. It was
I was,
quite
like-
the summer this
I
year.
was like,
I actually looked back at the records. It was one of our driest Julys ever,
Yeah.
but one of our wettest August. So like all the rain that should have
Wettest.
fallen in July
Yeah.
fell in August. So it was crazy. For like 2 straight weeks, we had a thunderstorm every day, pretty much.
Yeah.
As well
There's
as
a guy on this 4-wheeler just chilling outside.
nice.
What is he doing?
Anyways, and then we got a bunch of nice. We got a few days of
Kinda
nice rain.
light.
Like I went to New Jersey to go see my family because I'm a Jersey boy.
I literally didn't do anything.
I went to go see my family there during the summer, and it was so awesome because we woke up in the morning here, and it was just raining and cloudy, and that was it. It was just flat, straight down rain, and all the way to the airport in a faraway city. I'm trying not to reveal where we live here, in a larger city. Anyways, it was raining the entire way there. The weather was consistent. It was
Yeah.
cool. We got there. We picked up my brother from an event, and it was still raining. It was like just so cool. And
Yeah.
then when at the airport, it was just. Well, no. First, we actually stayed at a hotel for the night, and it was rainy. We woke up in the morning. It wasn't raining quite as hard, but it was still drizzly and wet,
Yeah.
moist outside,
Yeah,
nice
moist
and moist.
and damp.
And we got to the airport, and it was all like there was like fog rolling in. It was
Yeah.
so cool. And then we took off and went above.
And it's
the.
just like generally like more pretty. Like how many like pretty summer photos do you get compared to like little foggy like, you know?
And it adds a sense of mystery.
Yeah, like it's so nice, and like it makes you want to like go get like coffee even if you like hate coffee. Like I don't know, it's just cloudy days are so nice.
I know this is a bit off topic, but you know one thing.
What?
You know how Colorado is like kind of known for having like the most like sunny days.
Mm-hmm.
Like Denver has 300 sunny days
Yeah.
a year. Every time
every
time
time I've been
I
to
have
Denver,
been to Colorado,
it has
it has either been cloudy or rainy.
Yep.
I am not
That's
kidding.
the same thing for me.
It's so weird. I went there recently going to New Mexico.
Yeah, I went there this summer.
I went to Colorado Springs, and we were in Colorado Springs, and we woke up from our hotel, and I woke up, and it was completely overcast. And I was like, every time.
I know, so I'm like, maybe that's just, like, lying.
Yeah,
so, like, all
they
the, like,
are
little,
lying.
Like, all the little winter birds can go to freaking
They want 'em
Colorado or
out.
something. Like, yeah.
Literally every place, no matter where it is, no matter what time, it has been cloudy or something. I remember going to Einstein Rose Bagels when it was, like, drizzly.
Yeah.
I loved it. Target was right behind it.
Ooh.
I don't know why I have that memory. Every time it's, like, raining, I have such a fond
Every
memory.
time whenever I think of Colorado, I think of Target. I don't know why. Maybe it's because they have, like, a cool Target.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My brother loves Target. Okay, we're gonna have to end this soon. Really soon.
What time? Oh, we're at 30.
But
Woo!
I do have to finish this one thing
Yeah.
that I was going to say. Something about Colorado being cloudy sometimes. Oh no, it was about New Jersey.
New
'Cause
Jersey.
I'm from New Jersey.
He's a Jersey boy.
I'm a Jersey boy.
Yeah, but we don't live there.
I don't know if
we
we-
like I lived with you.
Well, neither of us live in New
Oh my
Jersey.
god, we could like literally prank everyone and say that we're siblings. But we're not. We say
Anyways,
in unison.
obviously I'm from New
girl and
Jersey, so
boy.
I used to live there. But
Obviously,
I don't know
I'm
if it
from
comes
New
from
Jersey.
that
Yeah.
that I like the rain more, but probably not because
I know, 'cause
you
I'm
also
a-
like the rain.
I'm a yeehaw.
You're a yeehaw hick. No, no.
Yeah, I'm a hick, and that guy is just chilling on his 4-wheeler outside.
There's a like hick part in New Jersey too.
Yeah.
The Pine Barrens. It's so weird. It's literally they describe it as like worse than like the South. Like it's just this little area of New Jersey where there's pine trees instead of like the normal like trees that get a lot of rain. And it's just so weird. There's just like all these like rednecks and like Confederate flags flying all over. It's so weird. But anyways, New Jersey's hot and swampy, so don't go there anyways.
Yeah.
Just go for the food if you're gonna go for
I'm only
anything.
going to Cabo for the experience, not for the weather. Well, I don't even know if I'm going to Cabo.
Yo. Okay.
So,
Bye.
yeah, I guess, like even, yeah, bye.
I'm glad you enjoyed our
They probably
long rant. Okay.
Yeah, like 90% of this is about temperature
I
and
enjoyed
Elizabeth
that.
Smart getting kidnapped. But
I enjoyed that.
Yep, we got all of our anger out about hot weather in this podcast. So thank you for listening.
See ya, losers.
Yeah.